Good morning, brothers. My name is Caleb Mesa, and I was raised in Rancho Cucamonga, California, a city about an hour from here. I was raised in a Christian home. My dad is a pastor, and when I was 6 years old, he church planted in our 1,000 square foot home with 12 people, mostly of whom consisted of my family members. And within 15 years, the church grew to 12,000. My dad is a Mexican from Montebello. My mom is white, and our church is predominantly African American. And so, brothers, a multicultural church is possible. So I grew up in a church in an environment of parents who were zealous for the gospel, for church, and for Jesus. And so as long as I could remember, I loved Jesus. I expressed a faith in Christ. I felt called to the ministry at an early age. But my aspirations for ministry didn't come until junior year of high school when watching TBN regularly. TBN is my theological heritage. And watching TBN regularly, I came across The Way of the Master and fell in love with the show. Watched it Wednesdays at 7 o'clock and Saturdays at 10 o'clock, and was exposed to evangelism and fell in love with preaching the gospel in public and to strangers. And so I started evangelism, open-air preaching, and it was through their ministry that exposed me to Dr. MacArthur and expositors. And it was during that time that I began to see God in high definition in a way that I had never seen him before. And it was then that I said, okay, this is what I want to spend the rest of my life doing. And so coming into seminary, I'm so grateful for the Lord's hand of provision and grace throughout this time. I got married, had a baby right away, and then entered into seminary, graduated from college. And the Lord's provision manifested in many ways, but mainly through people, both believers and unbelievers alike. And one example of that was when my wife was pregnant. We entered into seminary. She got pregnant. We got married, got pregnant, entered into seminary. And we had resolved, you're not working, babe. And so at the time, she was the chief breadwinner, and I was earning $600 a month working as a custodian here at Grace. So we got on our knees, and 2 months before my wife gave birth and quit her job, her dad, who left her at the age of 3, who's a Korean doctor, came out of nowhere and said, I would like to meet with you. He met with us at a Korean restaurant, and without us telling him our situation, he's an unbeliever. He looked at me and he said, I'm sorry I couldn't be involved in your life, Ashley, but to help make up for it, Caleb, I want to pay for your tuition, and I want to give you $1,000 a month. And that was exactly what we needed to the T for us to survive. Otherwise, I would have had to quit seminary, would have had to quit life. $600 can't afford much. So that was exactly, the Lord truly does meet all of our needs according to his riches and glory. My future and also provision of my wife. Without your help, without you the past 3 years, I couldn't do ministry, I couldn't do seminary, I couldn't do life unless you ministered to me every day, which you did. And it was only by your ministry to me every day that we got through this. And we'll continue to get through it. So I love you. And our future plans for ministry is this past August, I accepted an associate pastoral position with my dad. I will be helping my dad. We currently have 2 master's college graduates serving in the youth ministry. Several of the youth are planning on attending the master's college, and several of the men in the church have expressed interest in coming to the seminary, one of whom is already attending. So God bless you, brothers, and may the Lord's will be done in our lives. Thank you.